Welcome to Parallel Universe. There was a time when Demi Moore was quite simply the most talked about woman in Hollywood. Fearless, fiercely ambitious, and impossible to ignore, she dominated the 1990s in a way that very few actresses have ever dominated any era. But the woman the world sees today looks and carries herself so differently from that peak version that even longtime fans have done a genuine double take. And the full story of how she got here is far more layered than most people realize. Demi Moore was born on November 11, 1962, in Roswell, New Mexico, into a childhood defined by instability. Her family moved constantly, her father abandoned them early, and her mother struggled with alcoholism in ways that left lasting marks. Demi has spoken openly about surviving sexual abuse as a teenager and navigating early adulthood with very little foundation beneath her. That she built anything from that starting point is remarkable. That she built what she did is almost extraordinary. By the early 1990s, Demi Moore was one of the most bankable stars in the world. Ghost in 1990 made her a phenomenon. A Few Good Men, Indecent Proposal, and Disclosure followed in rapid succession. In 1996, she became the highest-paid actress in Hollywood history at that time, earning $12 million for striptease. She was on every magazine cover. She was unavoidable. She was, by every external measure, at the absolute top. Then the cracks began to show. Her high-profile marriage to Bruce Willis ended in 2000 after 11 years and 3 daughters together, Rumor, Scout, and Tallulah. Her relationship with Ashton Kutcher, 15 years her junior, became one of the most scrutinized pairings in celebrity history before ending painfully and publicly in 2011. Around that period, Demi has since acknowledged, she hit a personal bottom, struggling with substance dependency and a sense of self that had become dangerously tied to how the world perceived her. The recovery and reinvention that followed was slow, deliberate, and real. She stepped back from the relentless pace of Hollywood. She focused on her health, her therapy, and her relationships with her 3 daughters, which had become strained during her most difficult years. Her 2019 memoir, Inside Out, was a moment of remarkable candor that reintroduced her to the public on entirely her own terms. And then came The Substance in 2024, a bold, provocative film that earned her a Golden Globe win and reminded an entire industry that Demi Moore had never actually gone anywhere. She had simply been waiting for the right moment to return. Today she is in her early 60s, glowing, grounded, and more at peace with herself than perhaps any previous version of her ever managed to be. The transformation people notice is real. But the most important changes were the ones nobody could see, the quiet, painful, necessary work of becoming someone she could finally live with.